So today I want to take another look at Liam Payne. And I will explain why in a minute. But apparently there were 3 people arrested in connection to his passing. One person that was arrested that was accompanying Payne was accused of the abandonment of a person followed by death. And then there was a hotel employee and a third party that were supposed to be supplying rugs. Okay. Nobody's been named. No names have been thrown out. I kind of want to take a look at these. And I know that I thought that he did this to himself. I might have misinterpreted that. But let's get into the video. Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. So I hope you got your coffee. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day today. But I want to start out by saying that I think I may have gotten a couple things misinterpreted in my last reading on Liam. I do believe that when he said he had to do what he had to do, and things like that he just wanted out, I'm kind of leaning towards now, is it the possibility that he was referring to the entertainment industry, or he wanted out of a contract. He didn't know how he was going to get out of the contract. But having to do what he had to do almost makes me feel like I've got to make this decision. And I'm kind of questioning if he really meant to check out of this world. I want to double check on that, because with this arrest, I'm like, okay, did these people have something directly to do? Like, was he pushed? Or did he have assistance? Daisy! Well, what really happened there? Okay. I am actually going to close come on, Dutton. I will close my office door. Okay. It doesn't close well. They really want in. They can push their way in. The door will come right open. But last night, especially Dutton was like obnoxious. Okay. So the first thing I want to ask the cards, did Liam have help a deal organized? Some kind of contract. On this one flipped over. Evidence or a statement. So immediately what I'm getting from this is a deal organized, that made a statement, or a statement was made about an organized deal. Okay? Could be his record label. Well, the one that he had a contract with. Deeply involved. This is kind of making me think that, well, Leo. Why did I say Leo? Was there somebody named Leo? Or was there somebody under that zodiac sign? But anyhow, Liam was in a contract. And he made a statement about that contract. He had a conversation with somebody that was deeply involved with him. Or this could have been somebody deeply involved in Liam's, I wanted to say Leo again, in Liam's situation, that they had some kind of contract deal. The Chariot, vehicle or moved. This is somebody that traveled with him. This is making me think of that person that they were originally talking about that had some kind that was accompanying him. Somebody that traveled with him. I'm sure he had more than one person that traveled with him. Powerful person involved. Accident. So this is still coming up as an accident. Okay? Not actually the big M word, the M-U-R-D-E-R. So I am going to stand by my original thing that he did not, or that he was not M-U-R-D-E-R-E-D. Okay? Because this accident is saying that, but I digress on the part when I said that he intentionally or did this to himself. It's coming across that him going over that railing was an accident. But there was something, some kind of deal that was, there was a contract here. And there were talks about the contract. And there was somebody that traveled with Liam that was deeply involved with a very powerful person. This is making me think of a rug lord, a kingpin, as some people would call it. So we have a kingpin here. You know, I think there was a kingpin that brought rugs to Liam, or to, I want to say Liam's handler. Liam's manager, Liam's handler, something like that. Because there is a very powerful person involved. And somebody that Liam traveled with, very much involved. And I would take that as his handler. His handler may have spoke to the very powerful person to get a deal to have rugs transported to Liam's room, penthouse, whatever it was, in that hotel in Argentina. But let's get some cards on. We'll come back to this deck, but I'm leaving this one out. I want to get some cards on this accident. Okay. Can you give me some general information about this alleged accident? Was this actually an accident? Was this actually an accident? It's coming up that way, and that's what I'm kind of feeling. And then Liam's handler left him. You know, that's what he's being charged with. Tell me about this accident. What is it about this accident? Page of Swords in the reverse. There's a sense of arrogance here. In the upright is spying, keeping an eye out. In the reverse, I would say is a sabotaging type of spying. There's also, that could also be indicating of illegal communications. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Makes me think of money owed. Not receiving what was expected. Lies around not receiving what was expected. Or he took too much. King of Cups. And whoever was traveling with Liam knew an awful lot about rug interaction. The mask coming off. I'm getting the mask coming off. This person's going to be revealed. And the King of Cups is somebody that has some kind of emotional attachments to this. Now, the King of Cups is a master of his emotions. He is somebody that is supposed to care. This is somebody who's supposed to show compassion and empathy. But it's fake with that Page of Swords in the reverse. This is like, I am giving compassion. I am concerned. I feel so horrible about what happened to Liam, but it's all fake. Why is this King of Cups faking this? Eight of Swords in reverse. Because I have to get out of something. Eight of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. Things are not what they seem and appear. The fish is something given. And there's lies and deception around what was given to Liam. Toxology will show what was in his system. But we have a King of Cups here trying to save his own ass to keep himself out of prison. So he's definitely making up stories, making up allegations and lies to try to make things look better for himself. King is in front of the judge or law enforcement. I didn't do it. Ace of Wands. It wasn't my idea. The Lovers. Is this guy going to try to throw it back onto Liam's girlfriend? Now, this is a partnership. It's not always romantically involved, but I get romance here. I'm getting somebody romantically involved with Liam. This King of Cups is going to try to throw the blame on. I didn't do it. I didn't place the call. She did. And he's lying. Six of Swords. Because he's trying to get out of a situation that is very unbalanced. That he's trying to bring back into balance. Page of Wands. All the pages in the reverse. Pages are messages. Got the Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. The only thing missing is the Page of Pentacles. And that is something to pay attention to. To my tarot students, I think we went over this. Pay close attention to when you have three of a kind, pay attention to what's missing. Page of Pentacles is missing, which would be the physical communication, a physical message. That could even be in the lines of text message. I'm getting text messages being deleted. Because there is a fear here of being held liable for Liam's passing because of what was given to him. Now, I'm getting really woozy. And I'm seeing somebody that could barely stand up. This was an accident, but at the same time, he wasn't alone when this happened. And whoever was there failed to offer assistance to him in his incapacitated state. Ace of Pentacles. We're getting aces too. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Cups, and Ace of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords. We have all four aces. 11, 11. 11, 11. Now, with that said, even though we don't want to hear this, there was something here. I want to say this accident was actually a divine intervention type of situation, which has got me curious to find out what that divine intervention was. Let's bring out another deck for that one. This divine intervention. What was this divine intervention? It feels like saving him from something worse in the future. Show me this divine intervention. What is this divine intervention that I am seeing? Too many cards. No clumps. There's one. A roll of the dice, taking a chance. Something was a roll of the dice, and it had to do with what he received. Withdrawn. Going within. Communicate. connect, memory. This feels like what I'm getting is, I think this is past that led up to that day and projecting what is to come. Okay, this feels like there is something from Liam's past that was going to come back and haunt him in the future. That's what I'm feeling. Because we have the past here. A connection from the past that maybe he withdrew from and cut communications off. And that was what the risky business, the roll of the dice, taking a chance. He took a chance on a situation, or he was in a situation, and he took a bold move. He took a roll of the dice by withdrawing, cutting off communication with somebody that he was connected to in the past. That makes me think of shady shit. It really does. Okay? Anything you could tell me about this connection before I go further? What can you tell me about this connection? I just kind of want to get a feel for what led up to the accident. And yes, it was an accident that had help, is my opinion. It's like the rugs, a certain concoction that was made up, that he didn't feel a thing. He did not feel a pain. He did not feel the impact. I almost feel like he was unconscious when he made impact. Yes, suspicious activity. There is something about a cell phone, and I said there was going to be text messages erased, but I think they're going to be recovered. It's going to prove the case, or maybe they've already been discovered. That were supposed to be deleted, but was not totally. You know, the FBI, you think your messages are deleted, they could find anything. Yeah, suspicious activity around that kingpin. You know, a powerful person involved. This is saying that Liam was involved in suspicious activity with this kingpin behind closed doors. So he had an alliance with somebody that he should not have been involved with. Whether that's that kingpin with the rugs or in the music industry. Somebody extremely powerful behind closed doors that there's suspicious activity. I am definitely getting Diddy vibes. Not only Diddy vibes, but what does Simon Cowell have to do with this? He just came into my mind's eye. If you remember, Simon signed Liam and the other boys to that manufactured boys band, One Direction. That was Simon Cowell's doing. He has a hand in something. And I'm wondering if Simon is the powerful person here. Something behind closed doors with Simon. We got to dig into this, guys. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. People like to throw Diddy's name out there a lot. Could he have had engagement with Diddy? Absolutely. But that had to be arranged by somebody. Or some. It's like Liam had a manager, but it wasn't Simon that was traveling around with him. It's like somebody hired by Simon to play the Page of Swords and keep an eye on or spy on Liam and the rest of the gang. Or maybe just Liam, and maybe Simon hired somebody for each one of the boys. Just saying. Okay, well, I almost put these in the wrong deck. We'll get to the predictions in a little bit. This is just fascinating to me. So I want to know if Simon Cowell had anything to do with these rugs and everything that Liam got mixed up in. Like, where does Simon fit into this all? Show me Simon, his energy in this, if anything. Okay. Person of interest. Interesting. Evidence or statement. Okay, there's some kind of evidence involving Simon. Stage, setup, framed. So there is evidence of a setup or a framed or something being staged. Simon is a person of interest. Now, I'm going to draw some more cards because this is making me wonder if Simon is being set up. Okay. Making me wonder if Simon is being set up. I feel like I need to straighten my camera a little bit more. Is Simon being set up in this? Or I'm basically trying to figure out, is Simon setting somebody up or is somebody setting Simon up? Simon's involved somehow, and he's a person of interest. I'm thinking authorities are probably going to be looking at Simon. I'm not taking these ones. More than one involved. Organized meeting. Yeah, Simon had there was an organized meeting. Simon may have orchestrated a meeting between different parties. What was his meeting about? Accomplice or had help? In accordance to the accident. Oh! That's interesting. Or to create an accident. An organized meeting to create an accident or about the accident. Oh, I got goosebumps. Simon wants to keep his hands clean, right? And he's the detached founder, allegedly, of that band. And discovering Liam. But there's definitely something he's detaching from. But he's not out of the woods. Because he is being looked at by authorities. And he calls a meeting. We got to get our story straight. And yes, we got to set somebody up for the fall guy. So it's not Simon being set up. It's Simon setting somebody up. It's what I feel. And there's more than one involved in this accident, in that whole scenario at that hotel. Which we already kind of knew that. There might have been I gotta be honest with you with the energy. It's really confusing. I'm trying to channel at the same time. There's still confusion about this setup. Somebody had to be the sacrifice. Somebody had to be sacrificed. Drug report. Guilt. I think this says it all. Drugged or poisoned. That's what happened. That led to this accident. I'm telling you, this was planned. Accomplice. Person of interest. More than one involved. Organized meeting. And there is evidence of this meeting. Somebody has some kind of digital evidence. This is what was supposed to be deleted. This is what we have. I know this looks like craziness, but this is what we have. Allegedly speaking, entertainment purposes only. My opinion based on my cards. Simon Cowell had a direct involvement by coming up with the plan. There was something that Liam was going to reveal that Simon, not Diddy. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't have anything to do with Diddy or any kind of Diddy parties, but Simon needed Liam hushed. He knew something that went on. And Simon's being investigated. I'm telling you, he's being investigated. He's not the only one being investigated. But he's being considered as like maybe an accomplice, as in somebody who set up or organized the meeting, because this is an organized meeting. He is guilty of organizing some kind of meeting related to that, okay? And since, as a result, this accident happened. So there was a plan that came up with Simon. Simon said, okay, we need somebody needs to be the sacrificial lamb in this. There's sacrifice here with the hanged man. Or hanged man right here. This is staged or set up. So in this whole case, there might be other people that come out of the woodwork. But Simon is making sure his hands stay clean in this. Wow. I wasn't expecting Simon to come up in this reading, honestly. I was expecting Diddy. I was expecting just other nefarious things. I was not. But when I sat here and as I was talking, Simon's face came to my mind. And I'm like, holy shit. Simon's an asshole anyhow. Is he an asshole in person? Probably. I always wondered that. Or was the asshole act just that, an act for shows like America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, The X Factor, or God knows what else. I don't know if he was a judge on American Idol. I don't know what all shows he was on. But he plain and simple, Simon Cowell was a scout. Looking for talent, looking for people to suck into that industry, promising them all kinds of riches and all kinds of, this wonderful lifestyle. But they're never told what the life really involves. What kind of contracts. What they're getting themselves into. And people have stars in their eyes and they want to make it big. They think, oh, I'm going to Hollywood, or I'm going to Nashville. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Los Angeles. To try to make it big in the entertainment industry, acting or music, something entertaining. And they have no clue. Those are the ones that have no clue. People that's been it's like a family, generation after generation being stars. Oh, they're well indoctrinated. They know what's up. But we are going to see what's going to happen. I'll go first ask, what's going to happen in this? What's going to happen next as far as, like, is anybody about these charges that were filed? And honestly, with the drug issue, I'm not getting that these people were permanent fixtures in Liam's life. They're locals. Somebody connected Liam up with some local suppliers in Argentina. That's what I'm getting. Nothing wants to pop out of the deck, so we're going to do this. Unexpected result. Oh, that's interesting. Society collapse. Somebody world. Trains or transportation. What's going to happen next? There's an unexpected result out of this. Somebody's going to be named. And their whole world starts collapsing. And they are going to try to run and escape. Returns to normal. Joining forces. So you know how I said there's more than one involved? There were meetings, there were alliances. Joining forces to kind of bring things back to normal in their life as their life is crumbling. This is like, I gotta save my assets, I gotta save my ass. And joining forces with somebody as this whole thing kind of implodes. Okay? And the trains, that's transportation. Coerced manipulation. Manipulating transportation. Coercing somebody into flying them somewhere. I see fleeing. Running. And people's going to keep, this is about keeping quiet. Being loyal to each other. Food shortage, I don't know what that has anything to do with it. Business tycoon. Solution to the problem. Betrayed, backstabbed. Yeah, okay. I think the food shortage is showing somebody losing everything, their world imploding. I mean, totally collapse. And they may be finding themselves in the soup kitchen. And this is kind of like payback for their betrayal. And that could also be, okay, I just gotta say this. There is definitely a fall guy person. Somebody who is going to remain loyal and not say a word. Food shortage could be, you get fed when you get fed in jail. Okay? Somebody is some kind of business tycoon came up with they said, I've got the solution to the problem. And somebody, one of the drug dealers or the handler, you're not going to go to jail forever. I'm going to pay you X amount of money to keep your mouth shut and take the blame. There is somebody sacrificing themselves and hiding what really happened. And as I'm sitting here, everybody wants to point fingers at Diddy for everything. This is not Diddy. This one's not Diddy. This is somebody else. I'm going to leave the reading there. Very interesting read. So, my summary is, there were a lot of people involved. There were arrests made. There were drugs involved. There was kingpins involved. There was no... This incident was not related to Diddy, but somebody else powerful. Simon Cowell, allegedly speaking entertainment purposes only. He's keeping his hands clean. He's not being directly involved, but he's coming up with ideas and solutions, and people are enacting them. But Simon's being investigated, whether he knows it or not, and he's covering his ass. He's got somebody willing to sacrifice and take the fall for him. Meanwhile, he sits up on his throne, looking pretty and unscathed. But that's what I have. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. I am dropping the mic.